Hi guys. Okay, so sorry. Yeah, I'm still tagging my videos, Mandela Effect. Keep thinking about that time that we trolled InfoWars and we found that other Mandela affected person. And, you know, so I guess I'm just gonna keep on with what I'm doing and you know, if what I'm doing can help bring in more people that are affected, that are out there, that are alone, you know, that are probably hurting, that could be scared, and you know, just need support. And we all know how, you know, the people around us don't understand, and you know, that's okay. If you know, if I was this was not happening to me, I would not understand it either. I definitely would probably think that that person was losing their mind. So I'm going to continue to make the videos. You know, my eldest son, he is worried about me. So I promised, you know, I'm not going to talk about it with him unless he wants me to. And you know, when he's around, just spend my time doing normal everyday things and just taking care of my kids. And I'm just going to trust in God that it's all going to work out somehow, relationship wise with everyone. So anyway, I had a synchronicity with a couple of people a couple of nights ago about giants. And so I had a giant dream about a giant, a really short one that's on my list. So pretty soon I'm going to run out of dreams. So there you go. I won't have any more material. No, I think I really feel like the dreams that I was given are just pointing to me mostly where I should look now, what I should research, and I guess just what kind of videos, topics we need to look at and discover, and just putting those things out in the consciousness of the Mandela affected community. So anyway, I just want to show you, I searched for giant skulls found, and this one came up, and that's closest to the skull of the giant that I saw in my dream. So what I dreamed was, oh, let me go back. I was camping. I was way up on the mountain that night. So I was near a place called Medicine Wheel. You can look it up, and it's a sacred place. Probably on a ley line, or maybe one of these intersecting ley line points. So what I dreamed that night was that near Medicine Wheel, that there's carved into the mountain a giant throne into the stone, and a long path like going up to the throne, and a path and stairs for people, right? But this giant, you know, he sat in this throne, and people would go up this long trail up to the arm, you know, the left arm of the throne, and then they would stand there and address the giant. Like, this giant had authority in this area, and his throne, where he took up his throne, was at Medicine Wheel. So, elongated skull like this, no hair. Now this video, it talks about elongated skull, and these children that were found in this grave. But see, you know, it's a normal size, more normal size. It's not a giant. but it did come up under this search, and this is really the nearest that I could find. Now, last week, and maybe you guys saw this, and if you saw this, please confirm it to me, but there was a video being pushed on the YouTube recommendations that had a man. It was two giants found, and I don't know where, but the thumbnail had a man, and then there were two giant skulls on the ground next to him. They were about as tall as he was. So I would estimate in my dream, like, this giant was even bigger than that. Maybe his head would have been like 9 feet. His head. Boy, that's big. So it was big. So this giant was there, and for some reason, I was like voted to be the representative in this area between the people and the giant, like the ambassador or whatever. Like, they didn't give me a title name or whatever. I just understood that's what my purpose was, and that the giant picked me because of my birthday, June 20th. But there's several people in this town with the same birthday, and so all the humans voted, like, which June 20th baby are we gonna send to deal with this giant. And so then in this dream, like, I was given a lot of authority at that time, and I had to deal with this giant. So that's the whole dream. It's creepy to me. It's scary. In the end of the dream, I'm going up this trail, like just scared out of my wits. And there's all these like Native Americans behind me that are like ushering me on, like they're not gonna let me chicken out. So at the end of the dream, I get up to the arm of the throne, and I'm standing there staring up at this giant, and that's the end of the dream. So anyway, I promised someone I would tell them that dream, and I just put that out there. I know a lot of you have had dreams about giants. So I also did a little more research. Like, I used to go to the Legendary Times forum, and in fact was the second poster on the Legendary Times forum when they put it up. And you probably don't know what that is, but that was run by Giorgio Tsoukalos, who then after that went on to do the Ancient Aliens show. So before the Ancient Aliens show, he did a magazine called Legendary Times, and there's a website, and it's probably still up. But it hasn't been changed, like forever. Like, it's been the same forever. And his magazine, like, you paid $40 and you didn't even get all the issues that you were promised. And I emailed him a couple of times because I was supposed to get a bumper sticker, and I really wanted that bumper sticker, but he promised me second poster. He promised me that I could get a free year of Legendary Times, and then also for the bumper sticker I was supposed to get another free year, and I didn't get any of that. And we argued on the forum over Christianity, because he's extremely anti-Christian person. So that was all of our interaction. Like, I did not talk to this guy on any sort of regular basis. I just happened to be interested in the topic. I was a very big Von Daniken fan, Eric Von Daniken. So I got curious, and I have these 3 old books, and I looked up, I was looking for giants because I remember on the Legendary Times forum, one time there was somebody on there that said, there's no ever indication of giants. And I said, yeah, because in one of these 3 books, there was a picture, like a very big picture um, of giants, of a large giant that was being partially excavated, like a really, really big one. And I remember this picture because on that forum I argued with this person and I cited this book and the page number, like I went and checked it, you know, and that picture was still there, and now that picture's not in any of these books. But you can go on YouTube and find thousands of them. So maybe that's a little Mandela effect. If you go on YouTube, I'll just show you. This is nuts. This is nuts. Let's see. Okay, so if you go on YouTube here, and I hate that. Sorry. If you go on here on YouTube and just giants, if you've never done it, and you even just go like sort by this month, you know, there it is. There's the dude. There's the dude. There's the one. That's the skull. That's the skull I found. Now it's all different. Now it's all different. Now it's football? Yeah, this is okay. Here's what it was before. Well, giant skulls, okay? So the actual photo in one of those books was like this. A lot like that. So, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god. So, anyway, look at that. And then I wanted to show you just real quick, and we'll go back to the book. Right, oh, here it is. Okay, more giant skulls. Look at that. No bone behind the eye socket. Look at that. They said 100,000 years in this video. And they don't say they're giant. I only watched this far. I just want to show you guys this. But it says giant. They start to mention giant. But look at that here, you know, and then look at the shape. Yeah, that's what I remember. Like, it was totally like an upside down heart shape here. This is more round. And of course, both of these have the small forehead. I just don't see that anymore. I haven't seen that in a long time with the forehead like ours used to be. Anyway, so back to the book here. Let's see, which one? Oh, okay, that's from... Oops, sorry guys. Okay, these are actually all things I'm going to show you here, but... Okay, this is the one, this is the one. This is page 152, same book, Mysteries of the Unexplained. I'll put up the picture. Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry. This was in the book. An English adventurer named Andrew Battelle spent many years in Africa during the 16th century, and upon returning home gave a detailed account of his experiences to his friend Samuel Purchas, right? That account appears in a famous compilation of travel writings entitled Purchas His Pilgrims, published in 1625. Yeah, we like that old stuff. According to Battelle, who is amazed by all the baboons, monkeys, and apes in the jungles, two kinds of monsters were also common, both of them very dangerous. So, like, they're trying to put this over in the Sasquatch section. But I was reading this, and to me, this is a giant, okay? So this is what Andrew Battelle, 1625. The greatest of these two monsters is called Pongo in their language, and the lesser is called Ngiso? I don't know. This Pongo is in all proportion like a man, but that he is more like a giant in a stature than a man, for he is very tall, hath a man's face, hollow-eyed, with long hair upon his brows. His face and ears are without hair, and his hands also. His body is full of hair, but not very thick, and it is of a dunnish color, like skin color. He is different not from a man, but in his legs, for they have no calf. I'm translating. He is different not from a man. He goes always upon his legs, and carrieth his hands clasped upon the nape of his neck when he goeth upon the ground. ... They go many together, and kill many negroes that travel in the woods. Many times they fall upon the elephants, which come to feed where they be, and so beat them with their clubbed fists and pieces of wood, that they will run roaring away from them. These Pongos are never taken alive, because they are so strong that 10 men cannot hold one of them. So the reason why I include this, there were other accounts. Most of them did sound like some kind of Sasquatch, like 7-8 feet tall. So in that section, this is the only reference that I found. And I didn't find the other part about actual human giants in any of these 3 books. So that is a personal Mandela effect for me, because that is where I first heard of giants, in one of these 3 books. So this is the only reference that I found, interestingly enough. You can find tons of references to giants now on the internet, and photos, all kinds of stuff, like tons. So I included that because I found this, right, when I searched Pongos, and I found the quote, but it's altered. So I will read this quote also, and then I'll just show you, because I had to, do a comparison read. Because I just want to show you guys how, especially these modern sources, how they've been altered, how the layers of lies are put onto things. So when you find something, I really recommend more than one source. Go back as far as you can. And that way you'll uncover the layers of lies that are on the truths of these things. Okay? So here's the quote on the internet. The Pongo is in all his proportions like a man, except the legs, which have no calves, but are of a gigantic size. So, I didn't start at the right place. Here, Mayombo are 2 kinds of monsters common to these woods. The largest of them is called Pongo in their language, and the other Ngiso, parentheses, in the older editions, they got it spelled different. Alright, we'll skip that. The Pongo is in all his proportions like a man, except the legs, which have no calves, but are of a gigantic size. Their face, hands, and ears are without hair. So right there, right there, okay. This says, he hath a man's face, hollow-eyed, with long hair upon his brows. So they left that out, the internet quote. He hath a man's face, hollow-eyed, with long hair upon his brows. Okay, so that part's left out. All right, bodies are covered thick with hair of dunish color. When they walk on the ground is upright with their hands on the nape of the neck. They sleep in trees and make a covering over their heads to shelter them from the rain. They eat no flesh, but feed on nuts and other fruits. They cannot speak, nor have they any understanding beyond instinct. Right? When the people of the country travel through the woods, they make fires in the night, and in the morning, when they are gone, the Pongos will come and sit round it till it goes out. For they do not possess I don't know how to pronounce that. Enough to lay more wood on. Wisdom. Paraphrasing. Okay. So there, that's not even in the quote. That's where the ... the ellipses that I read earlier is. But we don't know. Is that really what was in there? We already saw up here how they would leave something out without the ... So you see what I mean, guys? You know, I hate to be I hate to be that way, but it's just you have to be really careful when you're reading up, and especially if you don't know anything about it, really just go back and look at other sources and compare things. All right. So this part, we don't know if that's true. It said they eat no flesh. They nuts and other fruits. They're too dumb to use a fire. They don't talk. Well, that isn't in the original account from the book at all. All right. They go in bodies and kill many Negroes who travel in the woods. Right? They kill them. Yeah, that's what the other guy, that's what the other quote says. So going down, the grown Pongos are never taken alive owing to their strength, which is so great that 10 men cannot hold one of them. Right? They are never taken alive. Right? The young Pongos hang upon their mother's belly with their hands clasped about her. Many of the young ones are taken by means of shooting the mothers with poisoned arrows, and then the young ones hanging to their mothers are easily taken. When they die among themselves, they cover the dead with great heaps of boughs and wood, which is commonly found in the forest. So, last two sentences just sounds like bull crap. That the book quote ended here, right? But it says they're never taken alive. Now, if they have sleeping darts to knock them out, then the first sentence, then the fact saying that they're never taken alive isn't even true. So I think that's a lie also. And as well, this is a Bigfoot. This is a Bigfoot internet site. So I don't know where this website got their quote from, but it is not correct. So, and kind of interesting. Pongos, British slang dating from the mid to late 19th century, meaning soldiers. Right? This is all bullcrap. This is a lie. This is all of a lie here. Okay, so and then I found how odd some more of these weird mugs. Look at these weird mugs again. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what that is. Right? In order to even find Pongo, I had to search Andrew Battelle 1625. Alright, you're not going to find this, unless you search this, Andrew Battelle. So, I think it's helpful when you go on the internet and there's so much information. Why are some things so obscure or so hidden? Anyway, yes. There's our eye sockets, guys. Yeah, isn't that good? That's good to see them. 100,000 years, they say. 100,000? So, anyway, guys, I love you. God bless you. I'll just continue what I'm doing, and I'm still working on my business. I'm working on doing some. I think I'm just gonna. There's a company that I really like called Brandless.com, and I really, really recommend it to Mandela affected people. I'm not trying to get affiliate marketing for this video. I'm not going to try to request that. I personally recommend those products for you guys because, like the snacks and things, the pasta, the spaghetti sauce and those things, you're gonna feel like you really had some good nutrition with that food. And everything on that website is $3 every item, and they're full-size items. They're full-size items, and they go further because you feel like you've had the nutrition that you need. So especially the snacks are awesome. And the organic, like cleaning products and soaps and things, they're just awesome. They're awesome. Brandless.com. So personally recommend for Mandela affected people, and especially for their snacks. All right, love you guys. God bless you.
I just took a ride.